Hello everybody. Sorry, my hair's like all mixed up. Anyway, today we are going to be making some CrockPot Barbacoa for all those mamas that work, or if you like just want to kind of have a day where you don't want to be in the kitchen all day. This is a very yummy recipe. And let me turn off on all my lights real quick. Alright, well hopefully you guys can see that. We're going to start here in the stove for right now. And then we're going to go over to the other side to the prepping station where my crock pot is set up. So you're going to need about 3 or 4 pounds of chuck roast. I don't know what you would call it in Spanish because I just went to Winco and got these, but I got these, I think they were like $6 or $7 each, so I got 2. I already washed them. You want to make sure you wash your carne all the time. Maria, it's so easy and so delicious, and it's fairly cheap, so thank you guys for joining me. Sáquenle filo a su cuchillo, it'll be a lot easier. I'm just gonna cut these up in some smaller chunks, and as you go along you want to make sure que le quiten el pellejito so that you don't get all that fat. That's why you want to have like a knife that's sharp. I don't know if you guys can see. Sorry guys, I just washed all my dishes, and so it's kind of, I have limited space on this side. I had like all my, this morning, then yeah, everything just everywhere. But you don't have to take all the pellejito off, but it helps so that your carne is not so que no tenga tanto pellejo. And you just want to chop like that stuff off. It's okay si tiene poquita carne on the side, it's fine. But you want your chunks to be about this big. And I love this, and it makes your house smell so delicious. And it's super, super easy. I've tried doing it different ways, pero this is my favorite. I don't have to be in the kitchen or moliendo everything. This is for like days where I'm just lazy and I don't want to be dealing with everything. It does take a little bit of prep time, but for the most part, está bien. Like, there's not a whole lot of kitchen stuff. And just wanna, if you don't like touching the meat and stuff, you can wear gloves with this. Ya me estoy acostumbrando. I used to wear gloves for everything, but ya me estoy acostumbrando, so. Gloves are expensive nowadays. And then you're going to need un sartén because we are going to sear this. We're going to season it with salt and pepper. And then we're going to sear it before we throw it into our crock pot. Into the crock pot para que it just seals in the flavor of the salt and pepper. No, es que este sí me suena medio pellejoso. Because I've been like thinking about making this like since Friday. Ya me andaba. It's too much carne. Okay. Let's get rid of this big old chunk over here. this is the, I think this is probably gonna be this, and chopping up your onions is gonna be like the part that takes the most time. Just cutting your carnita. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this, and I'm just gonna take my pepper and just start seasoning everything. Make sure you get all the sides. And then you want to take your salt and just kind of dale a todo. And then I'm gonna, like, I had turned it on to just kind of warm it up, but it was getting too hot. I'm gonna move that to the side. I have another chunk over here because I like to make a lot. Excuse me. Oh, the pepper. I think this chunk was a little bit better. You're gonna need some tongs just to kind of darle la vuelta a tu carne. Oh, I'm setting these to the side so I can season those separate, guys, para no echarle tanta sal a la carne. Okay. Welcome, guys. We are making CrockPot Barbacoa. And what I'm doing right now, for those of you just joining us, I'm just cutting this beef chuck into some smaller chunks so that we can sear them, and seal in the salt and pepper before we throw it into our crock pot. Before this, my birds were being like super loud, so I had to put them outside for a little bit because they missed us. We weren't here this weekend. So this does have a lot of ¿cómo se dice? Pellejito. So just kind of pull and then bring your knife back. It just makes it a lot easier. Ya se le está quitando el filo. I just did this one. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start putting, you want to do all sides. So you just want to like stand them up. That's why you want to make like little chunks so that you can stand them up, and because you're going to sear all your sides. Can you guys see that okay? How I'm kind of doing that. And it's just a quick sear. You want it to kind of just turn brown on all sides. I like using a non-stick pan porque otherwise it leaves the residue. It's really hard to take off. Okay, they're getting hotter now, so you want to use your tongs. And just start searing. Like I said, this is the part that's going to take you the longest to do. I don't know if doing it in a different type of pan gives it a different flavor. I've always just used this one because it's non-stick. Okay, I'm actually gonna bring this part of mine so I can just throw them in there as they're getting finished up. That one's done. That one's done. We're not cooking these all the way, guys. We're just searing them, okay? So que no haga pink. See how it looks like it's cooked, but it's really not. Let's go with the next ones. I'm gonna keep, although they're searing real quick, I'm gonna keep doing the chunks on this so I can season this one too. Keep doing it. And this dish will take about 3 or 4 hours in the crock pot if you do it on high. But you can also get it ready the night before, I guess. Well, I don't know how that would work. I wouldn't want to leave carne out, like meat out that way, like after searing it. So you would have to do it the day before or the day of, and just start it in the morning. Personally, it gives me anxiety being at work and knowing that my crock pot is on, so I never do like crock pot stuff during the week because I don't like leaving stuff on, because then otherwise I'm just thinking about it all day, and then I get anxiety thinking that my house is not gonna be when I come home from work. But so I usually do this like on weekends, like on sometimes on a Friday, if I can get off of work like a little bit early, I will, if I know the day before, I'll just buy everything and kind of just start this. Because it only takes 2 or 3 hours, and we usually fall asleep super late on Fridays anyway. So, but today I didn't work, so I have the time today, because I had the day off, so. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. I've seen recipes where they don't sear the meat, they just throw it in there. I personally have tried both, and I like searing it more. Searing it before I throw it in there. You can throw it in there, but I like the taste of the meat when it's seared before. You want to kind of move it to the side. It will. This is why you want a nonstick pan, because I'll show you the residue at the bottom. Make sure that all your meat is. And then we're almost finished, guys. The last part of it. I think I want to eventually buy one of those cast iron like the long skillets. I don't know what you would call them. and try searing on that, like las planchas, I think that's what they're called in Spanish. I'm gonna buy one of those and try searing the meat on that and see what kind of flavor it gives it. Oh, this one's gonna have a lot of. This little piece here still has a lot of pellejito, but that's okay because I kind of think it gives it a little bit of flavor también. That's one of the only ones que le dejé pellejito. Excuse me. Oh, my eye was twitching. Okay, this is the last of it, guys, and then we're gonna move over to our other station where I'm gonna show you all the ingredients that we're gonna need. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, that pepper. Be careful with your peppers, guys, or your black pepper, because it will go into your nose. Just the meat being seared smells so good already. Look at that. Look at how good that looks. I feel like I didn't really interact a lot with you guys this morning, but I was hungry, but I really also wanted to show you guys how to make those chilaquiles because those became one of my favorite ones. My husband apparently likes the green ones more, so. But it's okay. He enjoyed them. Almost finished. You don't want to leave them in there for too long because they start to get hard. Just make sure that there's like not a lot of pink left. Para que su carne no se les haga dura. Okay. So this is why you want a non-stick pan, guys, porque you see all that? It's all like the dried up blood. It'll just be easier to clean. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. Let me wash my hands real quick and I'll move you guys over. Let's move over here to this station. I already took out everything, so it's a lot easier. Now tengo que estar buscando todo. Because my spices... Like, wait. Sorry, guys. Oh, you guys okay? You guys okay? Alright. So that my spices are all over the place. I have to organize them. Again. Okay, you're gonna need sorry, guys. Put my other. Alright, so I've got all my meat sitting in here. Why is it weird? Oh, I see. I'm like, why is it sitting all weird? Okay. So, plug it in. We're gonna do it. We're gonna put ours on high. We're gonna start with garlic. You guys know me. I like my Christina. It's really, really good. I'm pretty sure you're gonna impress her with this dish. Okay. So we're gonna start. We're gonna need 4 cloves of garlic, but no me gusta picarlo. So I'm just gonna use probably 3 tablespoons. I'm just gonna throw everything in there. I think that's about 3. You guys already know I eyeball everything. So, and then we're gonna do chipotles. This is from last week when I used chipotles for, from my first video. So they're still good. I just took them out of the can so that they don't get all ugly. But baggies are my new best friends, guys. They save up so much space in the fridge. And it calls for 2. This, I like to make mine a little bit spicier. So I'll just, I'll throw maybe like 2 or 3. And you do have to like, kind of break them up in there. So it calls for the whole chile. If you want, you can just do the little, if you don't want to do the whole thing, you can do like one of them and then just use the little caldito from them. But you just kind of want to break them up in there so that it releases all the juice. I'm gonna do 3 because I like my stuff spicy. Okay. And then we're gonna do a small can of the diced green chilies. It gives it really, really good flavor. Let me grab my... I forgot to open it before I started. Just throw it in there. They do sell like the non-spicy ones. This one's a mild one, so I don't want it to be too spicy. And then we're gonna do 1 cup of lime juice. It's gonna take me a minute because I did not want to buy the big ones. We were at Winco and they're like 20 cents for 1 lime. But then I didn't want to go to the Mexican store and get like a whole pound for like $1. So I just got this little bag for like $1.50. Hopefully these have juice. They feel kind of hard. And this is going to be 1/4 cup. Of lime juice. Do you guys like my new babies? Look at these. How freaking pretty is this? Oh, you guys, if you guys follow me like on my regular page, you guys know I've been wanting one of these forever. And I finally got it. I adopted a kind of one that was kind of going bad already, so I'm hoping that she'll survive. But I'm excited for that. So on these little ones, you just want to cut off the top and then just cut down the middle. Because if you cut them like regular limes down the middle, you're not going to get any of the juice out very well. These do have seeds, so just remember to kind of take those out. And if you put 2 after you squeeze the both of them, if you put 2 in the thing, it really squeezes out all of more of it. Okay, maybe 2 more, I think will be okay. abierta. I guess. I love the smell of limes. My grandma in Mexico, she had a lime tree in her front, well, I guess it's a yard. But I would climb to the roof and just sit there and pick the limes and eat them with salt. But these little ones remind me of her house. So good. If I could have a lime tree, I would, as much as I eat it. My mom would always get mad at me, like, I don't know if this is true, guys, but my mom would always tell me, se te va a hacer agua la sangre, because of the acidity. I don't know if it's true. All I know is that it will eat at your enamel. So I couldn't have stopped when I learned that, but so maybe a little bit more. Kind of small. It's such a beautiful day outside. I hope it stays fall for a little bit. Guys, don't try to cut corners with the lime juice either. Don't try to buy those ones that come in the bottle, because it doesn't taste the same. Just take the time with your cooking. Cooking you have to have patience for it, guys, okay? But this is a super easy one. You don't need a lot of patience for this. So there's 1/4, and we're just gonna dump it in there. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of apple cider. Hopefully I have enough. Okay. And I'll put the recipe up afterwards. That way you guys can do it at home too. We're gonna do 3 bay leaves, or I don't know if I have big ones. There's 1, 2. I don't think I have any other big ones. We're gonna do like 3 of the smaller ones. And then 1 tablespoon of ground cumin. Tablespoon or teaspoon? Oh, tablespoon. Okay. Guess I should have done this before. And then 1 tablespoon of oregano. Um, 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm gonna do 1.5 just because I already put some on the meat. And 1 teaspoon of pepper. Sorry, I wrote everything down because all my recipes are on my phone. So I had to hurry up and write everything. And I can't read my handwriting apparently. 1 teaspoon of ground pepper. Uh, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, a ground clove. Clove. This is really, really potent, you guys, so make sure that you don't overdo it with this because it's really potent when it's grounded up. And then we're gonna do half a cup of beef stock. Or you can use water too. You don't have to use beef stock if you don't want to. I'm gonna do a little bit more than half a cup because I used a little bit more than what I regularly used. Okay, I'll do that. And then we just have to chop up a small onion. So I'm gonna do this one, and then I had some onion left over from this morning, so I'm just gonna throw that in there too. Pick up my mess here. I think we might be finished with this. And you just have to finely chop this up and just throw it in there. And then that's it, I believe. Let me double check everything. Yep, I think that's it. And then you just set it and you leave, you can put a timer on your phone for maybe, it's 3 or 4 hours depending on how much meat you have. I would set a timer for the 3rd hour. Come and check it with a fork. And if it's tender, if it falls off like with your fork, then it's good. If not, if it still feels kind of hard, leave it for another hour. The longer you leave it in there, the better. Just don't leave it in there like overnight. You don't want it to dry out. And later on, like at when it's almost finished, I'm gonna start making tortillas too, so we can have tacos. But I love eating barbacoa with homemade tortillas, so I am gonna take the time and effort to do that. You don't have to. I just enjoy my food. If I'm gonna take all this time to do it, then I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna make a salsita, but later. But I will post instructions on how to make it. I probably won't make it on here, like on live, but I will post it later, so that way you guys can make the salsita if you want to. I experimented with barbacoa tacos and birria tacos to see which types of salsas would go better with it, and I did find one that I really, really enjoyed. So I'm gonna make that one salsa. Just throw it all in there. And then you're gonna give it a good mix. Mix it all up. Make sure that the broth comes up onto everything, coats everything. But you want to also make sure that everything's mixed in really, really well. Especially the salt. You don't want the salt to just sit on here, let me bring you guys this way. You guys don't want the salt to sit on top of all your stuff. Okay? So you're just gonna mix it really well. It already smells so good, you guys. Those the chipotles and the cumin mixed together. Oof. Okay. I'm gonna bring all these down to the side. And I would I normally come like every hour and kind of mix it around, so that way the meat that's on top can get to the bottom. So I'm just gonna taparlo, and I'm gonna set a timer for, I'm gonna set one for 3 and one for every hour on my phone. That way I can remember to check it while I'm doing my other stuff. But it's that easy, guys. It is that easy. It's just a little bit of prep time. And that's it. And then I will post a picture of the finished product when it is finished. And yeah. thank you guys for joining me. This is why I did 2 videos today, because it was gonna just be super fast and easy. So yeah, if you guys try it, let me know how you guys like it, or if you guys tweak it and just say, hey, it tasted better this way. Or I love when people do that. Just take a recipe and make it your own, because I've done that so many times where I find something that I like, but I will substitute stuff for, like, stuff that I don't like, I'll substitute it for other stuff. And but yeah, let me know, you guys. I get super excited when you guys try recipes that I've done live. It's like, it brightens my day. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys, look at my cute apron. I got this in Vegas at the swap meet. I love it. It's my favorite one, and I got another one, but I'll probably show you guys that one later on. But thank you guys for watching. Share my videos, guys. Share them with everybody. Follow, share, comment. I love interacting with you guys. It's fun. It brings joy to my life. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, one more thing. I do want to start helping like my friends that have small businesses. So I am going to start like kind of just promoting them and letting you guys know like what types of businesses are out there, so you guys can help them out. So stay tuned for that, guys, because a lot of my friends do have small businesses going, and it's freaking awesome, and I'm so proud of them, and I just want to help them out, get the word out. So yes, I will let you guys know whenever there's stuff going on, so you guys can have the connections and learn about what they're doing and all their talents and all that's going on. So thanks, guys, for watching. See you later.